see what you talking about. No way to soften that. Cause me, I was trying to find out where I lost him at, but maybe I ain't lose him at all. Maybe I keep moving forward and they're just stagnant, they ain't moving at all. But when they need their favor, who do they call? Maybe I'm searching for the problems, asking what was said and who was involved. Too focused on people's feedback and proving them wrong. They say the shoe can always fit no matter who for this song. These days feel like I'm squeezing in them. Whoever won before just wasn't thinking big enough, I'm about to leave them with them. Cause if I run the game in these, man, the seams are splitting. No pun intended, but they smelling defeat in the air. Headed where nobody took it, who meeting me there? They tell him that he talking crazy, but he doesn't care. Being humble don't work as well as being. We already got spring 2015 popping. P&D dropping, reps up P dropping, Magic Jordan dropping, Obi dropping, not to mention me dropping.
We are just a stone's throw from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and it is rocking and rolling here at Huntington Bank Field in downtown Cleveland. Tonight, Week 15 begins with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Cleveland Browns.
Jake Moody to kick off for the 49ers.
About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Now the former Volunteer, it's Dylan Sampson. And space tough to come by there as they get maybe a yard to the 37. Well, this defense for the Niners, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 8.
Dragon 6, let's go. 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
Now Sanders. Pass to the running back, Dylan Sampson. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
There it is, a staple of most teams' playbooks, the angle route. A lot of times you want to take away that inside route by a back, but when they sell it like he's going to the flat, that is tough on inside linebackers. One false step, and that ball's completed.
From the gun, it's Shedeur. To the right side and intercepted. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And the Niners are going to take over at their own 41.
At their own 41-yard line.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
And that's going to be caught downfield by Brown. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. He was looking for Jawan Jennings that time.
That'll bring up 2nd down.
You look at this Browns defense.
For this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently 2nd best in the NFL.
And this unit knows exactly where they rank. They're number 2 against the pass in the NFL. You know they have their sights set on being number 1, looking for a big game today.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's the Pro Bowler, Christian McCaffrey.
And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Purdy from the gun. He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. towards the chains. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early in the action.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Get set, get set. Go, 18, watch out.
Purdy.
That's caught by Jennings. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
3rd down. Here's McCaffrey. Able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I go right at him.
In trouble, and will go down back at the 12. Myles Garrett in there for a milestone sack. That's number 150 of his great career.
18, watch out. Yellow. Yellow.
Throwing here, Purdy.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Well, that play there was certainly a scouting report special because coverage was all too aware that this close to the end zone, he's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense. And they were there to help force the incompletion.
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
So Purdy off and Moody on for the 49er field goal.
From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And this one is right through. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. A lot of energy in this building tonight, but the opening drive produces 3, maybe quiets them just a bit, at least momentarily.
Just a little, right? That's all you're asking for, right? Things just getting started. You know they haven't taken the momentum totally here, but at the same time, they like what they've done here in the early going.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. They'll try the left side. Sampson. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
The Browns hit 9-4 now on the year, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
2nd and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 19. Mustang 19. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Let's go.
Sanders. It's caught. Smith. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 25-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Here we go. Shot. Viking 18. Buffalo 18. Ready.
Sanders to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run.
And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game. It has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
And this all incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Hawk 70. Hawk 70. 19 Lions. Ready.
To throw is Sanders. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 13-yard line.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
And he'll find his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
2nd and 9.
Ready, ready. Panther 60. Panther 60.
Off the option, that's complete.
Well, the Browns are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Dylan Sampson hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took him home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows this versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you've got that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Shotgun now with Purdy.
This will be caught by Lamb. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Steelers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey.
And the pressure gets to McCaffrey as they stop him short of the line to gain.
4th down now after a loss of 2. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started.
They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
From the gun, it's Sanders.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Looking here for Smith downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the San Fran 20. A big play that time for Cleveland. 64 yards.
At the 16-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Cowboy 80. Ready.
Now a handoff up the middle. Sampson. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Here we go. Here we go. Go.
Here's Sanders. Now he's going to step up and run.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
And once he escaped the pocket there, he tried to keep those eyes downfield, but nothing was materializing. So he makes a smart move and gets that to the sideline.
Rig. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. 79 Broncos. Panther 11. Panther 11. Ready, right?
Throwing, Sanders.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
Staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
They'll go. Here's Sanders.
This is caught.
Well, the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, the feel that I get on this is that they felt like 3 was just not going to be enough after getting this deep into their territory.
And Charles, correct me if I'm wrong, but it didn't even look like they hesitated there. They knew they wanted to go for it.
That tells me that during the week, they were thinking about these situations, and they feel like maybe they're just the better team, and they want to go ahead and prove it conclusively.
Bronco 80.
Sampson is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
The defense really sold out there to stop the run. Understandable down near the goal line. Now on second down, you have to wonder, might we see play action here and a flip right over the top?
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal.
Come on.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown, Browns! David Njoku with career touchdown number 60. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A very solid gain of 27.
This one was all about clearing space for this play to work because he's going to leak out of the backfield to his right and then angle his way up the field. And a really pretty throw to put it on him and create the big play downfield.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Here's Purdy. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St. Juste. And the Browns are going to get the football back at their own 17.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. I looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back out on the field. There's been a fumble, so an interception, type of a turnover. You've got to get back out there and play. These guys just want to get to the bench and gather themselves and regroup a little bit. Let's see if these offenses can settle in and start taking care of the ball a little bit better. And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Now the first carry here for the running back. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Purdy looking to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they throw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
So golden field position there is squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a 1st and goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Browns drive about to get started. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
60 Maverick. 19 tight. 19 Lion. Cut 19. Ready.
From the gun on third down, Sanders.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
And a fair catch is taken here, a step or two inside the 45-yard line. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just how the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. And this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
First down, San Francisco.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far. And after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Now Purdy.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jennings. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Christian McCaffrey
with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year.
And the 49ers have cut the lead back down to 2.
A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And the lead is cut to 1 at 14-13.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away.
The Browns take over 1st and 10. And they're on the 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
70 Timberwolves. Hey, 18 Pioneer.
To throw now, here's Sanders.
That is caught by Stewart. And he'll be out of bounds, but able past the 45. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports.
Get it.
On first down, Sampson trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. He's going to air one out. This is intercepted. And the 49ers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Connects with Kittle underneath. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. This second and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4.
Back to throw, Purdy. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 31-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if you can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Second down, 8 to go from the 28. Purdy now to throw. Completes it to Jennings. They'll give him 4 yards there. And they're going to face a third down. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And able to get this out to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Here is 3rd and 5.
Get set. Yo, run,
the gun, Purdy. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big third down play there for the Niners. 48 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Up the gut, McCaffrey. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Purdy from the gun.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they get their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And a pretty poor return as he will dive to the ground to give himself up. The Browns drive about to get started.
And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they're trailing the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe it'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now Sanders.
That's complete over the middle to Stewart. And he's going to be taken to the ground right there at the 35-yard line. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick, 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Warriors 70. Ready, ready.
Operating from the gun, Sanders. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Let's go now. 90.
Out of the gun here, Sanders.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
70 Lions. Dragon 60. Panther 11. Panther 11. 19 Lions.
Throwing again at Sanders.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted.
Picked up by Diamador Lenore.
Well, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
He's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They play out. Didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Purdy. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football to places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
The line to gain is the 33 on third down.
Get set. Get set. 18. Watch out.
Throwing here, Purdy. He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to
and across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey
With his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Moody good with the extra point.
And that makes this a 9-point game.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space.
They go play action now. Sanders.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Now Brown.
A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Get set.
Purdy going to give it to Pearson on the RPO.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Purdy from the gun on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And that is taken in by Njoku. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Okay, ready?
At the 7-yard line.
Deputy! Take go!
Sanders. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
79 Broncos! Let's go! Bronco 80! Steady!
Sanders once more. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Nick Bosa has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
60, go!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Zerline's kick is up and through. And that'll move them back within 6 now. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
And there's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
A quick throw here out to Brown. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
And that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
The Niners on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. Here it's 3rd and 3. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he is going to have a 49ers first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started to tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well where you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Oh, boy. Christian McCaffrey shaken up. So hold everything here as they're going to take a look at it. 7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun. Purdy. He's got his target. That's complete. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Ricky Pearsall, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Niners add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Extra point try now for Moody. And the lead is now 13.
Makes the score Niners 30, Browns 17. Jake Moody to kick off for the 49ers.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
35-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Throwing, Sanders. Now a run here off the RPO, and he'll keep it. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
And now full incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, he saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. With it is Brown. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
Well, good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. This offensive line starting to win up front. You win that battle in the trenches, you can kind of wear them down here late.
So you bring in the second part to that equation, and that's the big running back, the big bruiser, who can get more than what's blocked and break a few extra tackles and gain yardage.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
So all things considered, that's not the final nail, but it does make things exceedingly difficult now on the other side.
Yeah, because obviously now with a 16-point game, the other guys don't need just 2 touchdowns. They need a couple of 2-point conversions as well. Plus, they'll need either a turnover or an onside kick in there somewhere. So you're just adding to the list of things that need to happen in sequence. And it's going to be a pretty tall order this late in the game.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what will be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Lions. Tag. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. Buffalo 18. Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Play action. It's Sanders. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Mustang 19. Cup 19. Cup 19. 19 tight. 19 tight. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Here's Sanders.
And he is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play.
60.
First down.
79 Broncos. 70. 18 Pioneer.
It's Shedeur.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
A great job defensively taking away his receivers, and he was forced to put that one into Lake Erie, but that's what good quarterbacks do. They don't take unnecessary chances if they don't have to.
Setting up the screen for Sampson.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
Well, they've certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
Off the play fake. Here's Sanders.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
They'll come up now on second down.
At the 39-yard line.
To throw now. Here's Sanders.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete.
From the gun, it's Sanders.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a fourth down situation with things not looking particularly rosy.
Here we go. This is fourth down.
Let's go. Liking 18. Let's go.
They'll indeed go for it. It's Sanders. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. It's tough to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Sanders going to throw again.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know, you
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
So the touchdown was big. This almost equally big as he'll try to get it to a one-score game with a two-point conversion.
Ready, ready.
And they will get back to it in one score as he is into the end zone, and the lead's cut to 8 here in the fourth. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this third down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the first down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And he couldn't get it to check off. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
60, trap 60. Tag. Hey, kick Cowboy 80. Go.
He's back to throw.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
And this one will be brought back to the 22. Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice.
So the victory here for San Francisco. So they came in here facing a very tall task going against the NFL's #1 ranked defense, but they got the job done. Charles, really an outstanding performance.
They certainly showed that they weren't going to be intimidated, didn't they? They took out the best defense in the NFL today, took it right to them, and that's against a group of guys that is used to shutting people down. To me, this is going to be a signature moment for this team season.
So for San Francisco, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they'll drop to 9-5 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.
While they poppin' paparazzi pictures, I got my in the back and my bros in the front leading. He keep looking at me, I'ma make that boy. I'm a his friend too, baby. I'm a whole cheater. We can go to France, Avatar, y'all both need a real one. More coin than your last one. Baby, damn, he ain't that fun. I mean, do he got a song with Daft Punk? I mean, do he hit the club in his song? Come on. Do he rock a weed 30 inches long? Do he got a sold out tour? Do that? No, and I went tour. I won't say I got a feel for you, little Nas, but I got a feel for you, little Nas. I pay the whole bill for you, little Nas. I do my little jig for you, little Nas. Then he whispered in my ear like, oh God, you know I got something for you, little Nas.
Pittsburgh.